I'm glad today we're not cooking because it's so hot. So we're just preparing some nice cool dishes. Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
So some fruit salad and some hummus.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a fruit salad, but I'm gonna leave it to the end. I'm gonna start with the hummus, but let me tell you, this is not your traditional hummus, and it's not made the same way. It has a lot of twist to it and a lot of kick in terms of flavors and ingredients that are added. So basically, it does not have any hummus. It will have beans, and you can choose any kind of beans you want to put in.
So what do you mean no hummus? Hummus to you is garbanzo beans, right?
Garbanzo beans, yes, but in Arabic, garbanzo means hummus. So we're not
really?
gonna have garbanzo. We're gonna have beans, any kind of beans you have: black beans, red beans, pinto beans, whatever kind you have in your pantry. And of course, we need cilantro and parsley. You can have a regular green pepper or a little jalapeno, or mix both for a little kick. We will need lemon, of course, garlic. Tahini sauce, cumin, paprika, salt, and pepper, and of course olive oil. And I'm gonna add here some tortilla bread that I'm gonna broil a little bit in my air fryer, just to use it as a.
Hey, you said no cooking, it's too hot.
I know, but the air fryer, it does, it takes about 3 minutes and you don't feel it, but this is for me. If you wanna use chips, you can do that too. So whatever you want to do. So
I've got some really nice garlic.
Yeah, so let's start. I'm taking you here close to my wait a second here. To my food processor. We're gonna mix everything in there. It's easier. I'm gonna turn the lights and move my station, basically all my ingredients, move them close to my food processor.
Before we start the hummus, I had a question. When you do the fruit salad, is it always fresh fruit? Because I have some of these frozen cherries that I need to use up.
It's better to use either fresh fruits or canned fruits, because when they are frozen, the only issue with that is it's gonna release water. And
okay, then I'll put them back in the freezer.
Yes, it's gonna dilute the taste. You can always make some jam with your cherries or smoothies. I think it's a better option. So I'm going to throw my tortilla bread in my air fryer really quickly, just to have some golden brown color, so I can use it later on. But as for now, I'm gonna take my food processor and put everything in at once. So we're gonna start with the beans.
Now you drain the beans?
Of course, yes.
Okay, you don't save the juice, yeah?
No.
Okay.
So I put the cilantro, parsley, and you can put as much as you want. I love the taste of the cilantro and parsley mixed together in the hummus, so I add as much as I want. And I have 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna put some lemon juice in here. Just 1 second. So I'm gonna put some lemon juice in here, and I'm gonna squeeze half of a lemon. If you want it like a little bit lemony taste, you can put a whole lemon. It depends on how much juice your lemon have. So I have half. I think it's good for now. I would check the consistency at the end. I'm gonna put my tahini sauce.
Now I don't like tahini, so I don't put. I make hummus, but
this is a matter of taste. Yeah, this is a matter of taste. I understand that. It's better with tahini, let me tell you, but if you don't like it, just skip it. Then olive oil, a little bit of paprika. We don't want the paprika to kill the taste of cumin.
A little bit of what?
Paprika.
Oh, paprika.
Yeah, so now I'm adding like a big pinch of cumin.
Okay. Let's see, paprika. Here it is.
Black pepper, salt, and salt, of course, to taste, depends on how much you like it. I like mine a little salty with the kick of lemon. I think it mixes perfectly. I'm gonna start, mixing everything.
Let's see. I'm a little behind. Let's see. I put paprika and black pepper. I need some cumin. Is it better whole cumin or ground?
You keep mixing until you find the right consistency. If you like a little chunk in it, you can, stop at this stage. If you want it to be like smoother a little bit, you can keep mixing. If at the end it's too thick, you can add a splash of water or add more lemon juice.
And you add the olive oil already and the jalapeno? Oh yeah, I can't hear you when you're running the machine because Zoom mutes loud sounds. We could just put everything in. But did you know that jalapeno and chipotle are the same pepper? Jalapeno is it green. Chipotle is it smoked and dried. I did not know that until recently.
So let me plate the hummus.
So Radia, we couldn't hear you while you were running the machine because Zoom mutes it. Did you put everything together in?
Yes, and I said the only thing you have to do is you keep mixing until you reach the right consistency. It's not gonna be smooth as is the usual hummus. It will have some punch of the grounded jalapeno, the herbs, and the pepper.
What
But
kind of
still,
beans
we
did you
keep
end up
blending
using?
everything. Excuse me?
What kind of beans did you end up using?
I use pinto beans. As I say, it doesn't matter. You can use black beans, you can use red beans, you can use pinto beans, black eye beans, whatever you have in your pantry. It doesn't have to be, a specific kind of beans. So now I'm just gonna pour everything on my plate. It will have some chunks from the fresh vegetables and herbs.
Oh, yeah, I should save a little of this parsley to put on top of it.
Yes.
How garlicky do I like? I think that's enough. I like it really garlicky, but.
So you plate it as you wish. And at the end, I will add a splash of olive oil on top of it. As you said, I'm gonna add, just for decoration, some parsley leaves. You can add cilantro leaves, whatever you want to do. And normally, when your bread is toasted enough, which is the tortilla bread, I just put it here in the side and I let everybody enjoy it. And start dipping. Mine are not.
So I never knew that hummus was the name of that bean.
Yes, hummus means the garbanzo.
So.
Yeah. So this is our first dish. I don't know. I cannot see you all. I'm not sure in which step you are. If you are in your kitchen, I know or is. So how far are you, or?
I'm just I got about 2 minutes to finish blending this because I'm making a big batch.
All right. I want to see the result though. When you my daughter is snacking on the fruits. I'm like, you almost finished all that I had that already.
All right. I'll decorate that later.
All
We
right.
can start doing the fruit.
Yes. Mhm.
Now I walked into the local store and they had a whole display of peaches and I was like, oh, peaches. And they smelled so good. And
Yeah,
there was no price on them. And I ended up spending a lot of money on peaches, but
that.
I think it's worth it.
That's yeah.
But you said, is there any fruits that you wouldn't put in here?
I feel like usually I even put mandarins, but I feel like any oranges, any kiwis does not mix well. I feel like in terms of taste.
Because I
But other
noticed you
than
didn't say any citrus in the list.
yes, I mean citrus in general, they do not match well with the milk because we're gonna
Okay.
use milk.
Yeah, it would
And
curd it, wouldn't it?
yes, they will curd it exactly. Avocado will not be. I mean, I don't feel like blended with other fruits will give a good taste. So this is why there is like blueberries, banana, peaches, strawberries, raspberries, apples,
But
grapes.
you said fresh or canned, but
Yes,
without the juice.
without the juice. Exactly. It needs to be drained. If you're using
Now I
canned,
did buy an unusual fruit. These are tomatoes.
yes,
These are what do you call it? These are actually sweeter than grapes, these little tomatoes.
really. Okay. Well,
But
well, try it and tell me.
I mean, a tomato is a fruit.
Yes, I know. In a lot of countries, it's eaten as a fruit, and they do not, use it in salads or anything.
All right.
Why is tomato fruit?
Tomato is a fruit.
Why?
Yes.
It's the
They-
same
they-
category.
It comes from the flower of a plant.
Yeah. But isn't a fruit the definition of a fruit that it grows every year, like it grows all the years, and vegetables are the ones who are only for 1 year?
I don't think so.
I thought that was the definition of fruit and vegetables.
Give me 1 second. Let's see. But I know it's because it's sweet enough to be eaten as a fruit that it's considered as a fruit, not a vegetable.
But
Let me ask
then
someone
again,
here.
green beans and peas would be.
I mean,
Never mind.
all the vegetables also grown from a flower, so I don't think it's the
Yeah.
correct definition for
Yeah, I think I think I'm wrong. But
Me?
now I got to figure out why. What is it?
It was like knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Being smart is knowing that tomato salad is what? Let's see.
It depends
Now I forgot
on
the
the
saying.
country. I know that in Asia they really eat it in this as a dessert. They do not eat it in a main dishes. Yeah, Alexa. Why is tomato a fruit?
My favorite salad in the summer is watermelon and tomatoes with a little olive oil and maybe some feta cheese and some parsley.
I mean, I know that even watermelon, there's a lot of people who mix it with feta cheese and mint, and they eat it as a salad during summertime.
Yeah. So I like doing that with watermelon and tomatoes.
Yeah.
All right, so we have, let's see, I have bananas, but apples, mango, peaches, kiwi. I have two kinds of apples. So, and then I have those tomatoes.
Yeah, so for me, I have peaches, strawberry, blueberries, bananas. And I didn't cut my apples, but you can add whatever you have in your pantries. So we will start by having a container. And we will.
Oh, I have
everything-
that same container. Look. All right, I'll switch it.
Yes, because you will need to put it in the fridge. All right, so you will put all your fruits. Yeah, you want to do
And
it,
what
you can-
size do you cut everything?
Squares, small squares, not too big, not too small.
So like half a mouth size.
Let me show you mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do anybody have a good trick on how to do kiwis?
The spoon, you cut it in half, then you put the spoon in the edges, and you go around the edges and you pull. And then
Okay,
you cut it.
I'll give that a try.
Yeah.
So you cut it in half lengthwise.
Yeah. No. Yes, lengthwise, yes.
So let's see. Cut it in half like this way,
No. Sorry.
or like this is the top and the bottom.
Yes, you cut it from the middle. Like you just circle, yeah.
Like right on the waist.
Yes.
Okay. And then you said get a spoon and scoop it out.
Yes, and then you take a
So
spoon.
this is how it looks.
Yes, you take a spoon and you place it in the edge and you keep rolling.
Okay. Let's see.
You keep the spoon inside, you do not remove the spoon until the end. You're gonna, yes. Yeah.
Ta-da. Oh, I took a little
And you
piece off
don't
the
have
bottom.
no space.
I got everything. Oh, let me do the other one. I knew there had to be an easier way to do kiwis. That's really easy. All right.
Okay, so now with all the fruits in the container, I'm adding milk, not too much, just to the point where it's gonna cover my fruits.
Oh, you already cut everything up, so I'm a little behind.
Yeah, that's fine.
How about a trick for a mango? Anybody?
I don't know.
A mango, what I do is just, I place it on the cutting board and I cut it like, I leave the
I'm gonna
seeds.
try the spoon.
Yeah, I do that way too. I cut it first, like first I do like what we do to the avocado.
That worked really good for that half.
Yeah. An easier way would be to cut it while it's in the skin and then do the spoon trick. It will remove everything already cut in squares.
All right. So far, I've got apple, banana, kiwi, and mango. Let me add a half a peach and then we'll do it.
All right, no problem.
Or you just said you cover it with milk, just enough to cover the fruit.
Yes,
And you're talking the whole milk, the condensed milk.
yes.
Got. Is this something you would eat regularly, or is it just, well, I guess in Morocco, fruits are in season all the time?
I mean, we started having all the fruits in all the season in big, supermarkets. You find everything.
Yeah.
But if you go to local, shops, it's by season. I mean, they do not bring out of season items.
All right, I got it covered with milk.
All right, so what I'm gonna do now is like pour half of my condensed milk, half of the can. About the half or quarter, it depends on how much sweet you want it. And then I'm just gonna mix everything. You can taste it and see if the sweetness fits, your taste, or you want more. And then
If you don't have the condensed milk, can you just add sugar to it?
yes,
But then it wouldn't be thick.
it will be a little bit, but the condensed milk add a very special taste, I feel like, better than the sugar. I'm adding here rose blossom water.
And how
A
much
big-
of that do you use? Because I mean,
big
that's pretty
spla- a-
strong.
Yeah, a big splash for me, like about 2 tablespoons.
Okay, so more
Sorry,
than
what
I
is
thought.
it? What is it?
This is the orange blossom water. It's written in French and Arabic that it's orange blossom water. You
Okay.
can find it in international groceries. There is rose water and there is the orange blossom water.
Okay.
I saw mint water too.
And this is the flower of that tree that they
Oh my
use.
goodness, that smells like heaven.
Yeah, so this is what they use to extract the water. They take that, flour, and they put it in a big steaming pot that is sealed, and they wait for the steam to release the essence of the flour.
So it's actually like distilled, or what do they call it?
Yeah, exactly. It is exactly what they're doing. It's very traditional way of extracting the water. So what I do now at this stage usually is I cover my fruit salad and I put it in the fridge for at least 1 hour. And that way all the flavor is gonna blend, the flavors from the fruits and the condensed milk and the orange blossom water. And the milk turns thicker than what it is right now. And it's all blends perfectly and give a better taste. But since we are doing the show now, let's pretend we did put it in the fridge for 1 hour. I'm just gonna put it in my, plate and pretend we're gonna have it. And at the same time, I'm gonna put here my hummus. And voila.
Voila. Do you have this with tea in the afternoons or?
No, the fruit salad, it doesn't need any tea or anything. It has milk already, so it's fine. The hummus, you can have it as a side dish when you're doing barbecues. It blends perfectly with grilled chicken, grilled meat, whatever you have grilling in the barbecue.
Perfect when it's hot.
Yes, especially when it's hot.
I'm looking forward to it because I've never had milk, but I've had yogurt on a fruit salad. So I was like, why do I think milk is strange?
Yeah.
But
My husband loves it with yogurt. I don't like it. I feel like the texture is not that balanced. It feels like you're eating yogurt and you added fruits. But when you do this combination of milk with fruits, the fruits release their natural, water, which is not much as if it was frozen. So they release their own flavors and it blends with the milk. So you have a flavored milk. And when you add the condensed milk, there's a little kick to it. I feel like it gives it enhance the taste. And then when you leave it to cool off a little bit in the fridge, all those flavors with the orange blossom water and everything, they blend all together. So they give you a rich, creamy milk. It does not stay that liquidy after it rests a little bit.
I could see that because I mean, yogurt is sour. And
Right.
you don't have the sourness with this.
No.
So
And honestly, when I add yogurt to fruits, as I said, I just feel like I'm having, fruit yogurt, those yogurts that you buy and they have small pieces of fruits. It's the
Right.
same thing. I don't feel like it enhances my experience by eating with the fruits. It just any regular, yeah.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Just to let you know, my fruit salad has a half a thing of tomatoes in it.
Well, you need to let me know how it turned at the end with the tomatoes.
I was gonna buy grapes,
Uh-huh.
but then I saw these tomatoes are not around very often. I forget what brand, these little sunburst or
I don't know.
Are
Yeah,
those the
but-
tiny little tomatoes?
yeah, these are little cherries, and they're actually sweeter than grapes.
We have something here called currant tomatoes.
Oh, those
They're
are even
tomatoes,
better.
but they're very small. They're really sweet, and they pop
they're
in
like
your
the
mouth.
little-
when you eat
Yeah. So, all right.
them. I like how fast the hummus came together.
Yes, it's very quick and it tastes very good.
Now,
Yeah, and I was thinking about it. I don't even have any garbanzo beans, but I do have other beans, so I'm gonna try it with other beans.
Yeah,
Suzanne,
I mean-
did you catch that she said hummus actually means garbanzo beans? So technically,
Yeah,
it's not hummus, but
exactly.
I like the idea that you can use any kind of beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. It'll be interesting to see what the flavor tastes like. Something different.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
as I said, if you don't want to use jalapeno, you can just use a regular pepper. If you don't have green pepper, it can be red pepper, yellow pepper, whatever you have in your fridge. It doesn't have to be specific to make the recipe, turn well. I have a little lean toward the green pepper. It just gives that greenish color to the hummus at the end, but anything can be used. Any kind of pepper you have. What I advise is to have a big bunch of cilantro and parsley, a little bit less of from the parsley than it is from the coriander. So,
now, what do you consider essential? You have to have it to make hummus.
cilantro,
So
cilantro, and if you don't have green pepper, the regular jalapeno. Because
and I would
didn't-
consider olive oil.
The olive oil is a must. For me, that I don't count it because without it, I cannot be able to make it. I don't use
And then,
sunflower.
yeah, I would
oil.
consider olive oil and lemon because together they like make it creamy.
Mhm.
Yeah, so any bean.
But yeah, any bean, when it comes to the essential ingredients like the that makes the dish, yes, the bean, any kind of bean you have, pepper. If you don't like spice, you can use regular pepper. And we have our lady taster here. She wanna taste. As usual, she never eats it. Now she wanna try it.
Okay. If you could send me a picture, I'll post it to our socials. And thank you so much for sharing.
Well, no
Yep.
problem. I was thinking about an easy thing to do without turning the oven on. And I know that I promised you the cookie, but I will fulfill my promise.
We'll do the cookie and when it's really, really cold.
I think when it comes to Christmas, that would be a good, option.
Moroccan Christmas.
Whatever you call it.
Yep. Thank you so much.
No problem, anytime.
That was really interesting.
Well, thank